Hi friends, it's Julia. Thanks for stopping by my channel for Christmas in July day number 6. Um, anyway, this one, if you watched along yesterday, you saw I started off with 5 tags that I made initially before I started the card process. They were ones that, I've been doing these card videos after I come home from work in the afternoons mostly. And so every day I do a little bit of something crafty. And so one day it was make the 5 tags. And so you can see I'm just using them here. And so I've pulled out my pattern paper, I've pulled out my cardstock, I've looked at what I have left and decided what I want to use to create these cards that I'm making. I'm making 3 today. And you can see I took the embossed paper that I had. I took 3 separate sheets, 2 of the black and 1 of the gold that I had previously had in my generic stash, and pulled those in, cut them down to utilize them. And here you can see I tried cutting them in my my regular paper trimmer, and it really hacked up the edges. So what I decided to do, I got a better cut from them, was to put them down on the craft mat and use an X-Acto knife and do my cutting, and that seemed to work a lot better and give me a much nicer edge. But one of the things I have discovered about doing embossed paper, cutting embossed paper, is that if you put tape on the back of it, it works a whole lot better. So take some of that scrap washi tape that you're not going to use on a layout or a card or anything, and just put on the back of it to give it that little something that will keep it from shredding the edges when you cut it. I just trimmed up the edges because you got a little bit of, it's not necessarily on this one a white core, but it just, you could tell it was a frayed looking edge, even though I used the X-Acto knife and I wasn't happy with it. So I think the inking helped to some degree on this lighter color. And so there you see I'm using the card or the tag that I made, and I'm actually backing it with a piece of cardstock, and I'm just inking the edges of that. I've gotten to the point where with that cardstock, because the edges look, I don't know, they're colored, the paper's colored all the way through, so I don't have that same need to cover up like a white edge or anything. But I feel like it just feels better with it inked on the edges. And so I am. No grandiose explanation there. I just like it, so I am. And I went ahead and I cut that cardstock down to a pattern the same shape as the card, so it just backs that. And so I'm just putting it on there at a little tilt, and I took some of the pattern paper that was in scraps and I cut it down into these banner pieces, and I'm just layering them up along the bottom of the tag. And that's another way to utilize some of your scraps up if you have them, especially the smaller ones, is to use them up in banner shapes. And there I'm just adding a little glue dot to put the ribbon down to make it stay more flat across the top. I should have probably ran that through a ribbon iron to straighten it out, but I didn't want to take the time to do it. So I just left it as is. And you can see there, I'm just cutting down a leftover piece of pattern paper to put it into the inside of the, or that's a piece of cardstock, and I'm using one of those little border pieces that I had previously added into the kit to go across the bottom of the inside of the card to give you that little something extra. And I like that. I think it adds just enough to make things look nice on the inside. And so I'm showing you this one card through till the end, and then I'll show you the other 2 already put together. It seems to save a little time as you go along. Here I'm just getting ready to glue this card base down, but I'm going to add just a wee bit more embellishment there. Yeah, and I'm really liking how that looks. Do you guys make your own Christmas cards? I know I've asked this already, but I would love to know if you do. Those are the stamps that I've chose to use for the inside sentiment. And oh, I believe those are Stampin' Up! Stamps there. And then the other one that says Get Happy, I want to say that's Gossamer Blue, but I'm not 100%. I don't have the stamps in front of me. Sorry about that. But most everything I've shown, I have included in my, everything that I plan to use, I put into my opening video about Christmas in July to show you. There, I'm just using some of the little stars that I had previously punched out from some scraps on the inside. And I'm going to take one of those stamps there and put on the front of my envelope. Like I said before, I really like having the front of my envelope stamped with an image. I just think it feels fun, and that's a new stamp to me, so I'm not sure. I got it secondhand, and I'm not sure that it's ever been used. It didn't appear to have ever been used. So there you go. That's that card all together. And now you'll see all three. I'll show you there. The only thing is on these, I did not go ahead and put anything on the inside, so I'll take a minute to do that there. But everything is all glued down. The extra bling is added. Some of the stuff, some of the stuff that I've put on the cards is from the mini kit that I created to use. The other stuff is from my just generic kit that I put together. Anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate you watching my videos. And if you make Christmas cards and you make videos, I would love to have a look-see. So tag me down in the bottom or link me to one of your videos, or just let me know that you make videos and I'll go over and have a look-see at your channel. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, guys, and I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.